I'm Stephanie, this is Israel, and I've been diagnosed with hepatitis C. Recently I found out that my hepatitis C genotype is 3A or something. There's 6 genotypes that I'm aware of, and each of those genotypes have like the subtypes or something. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on the subject, although I've done pretty extensive research until the late hours of the night. Anyway, I am making this vlog, I think just really to be in support of those out there who have hepatitis C, or like loved ones of those with hepatitis C, and like it's kind of scary, you know. It's like I have this, you know, liver disease that's like kind of a big deal, you know. It sucks, and you know it can be scary, and yeah, so I don't know, I think I'm just making this maybe a little for myself too, just to kind of, I don't know, get myself out there or whatever. Can you just like not? Thanks. Yeah, we're a little clingy this morning. Yeah, we're teething. Anyway, so this is actually my second attempt at making this video. The first time I was sitting on my kitchen floor trying to be all quiet because my fiance was home, and I was just kind of embarrassed and didn't really want him to hear me, and this one was napping, and yeah, anyway. I tend to be anxious, whatever, so it's kind of a big deal for me to be doing this. I'd like to give a shout out to Juggling the Jenkins blog, because without having seen several of her videos talking about depression and anxiety, and yet she pushes through to put herself out there for millions and millions of people, you know, to see, I wouldn't be as encouraged to do this. I would like to talk about symptoms. So I have had this hepatitis C for several years. I was actually diagnosed in 2010, and that was approximately 9 to 10 months after I did heroin for the first time. And as of now, I am going on 2 years clean. Yay. Sorry, I'm trying not to say so much. That's what I was doing in my first video. It was driving me insane. So, as an active drug user, I didn't care about getting clean, let alone finding or, you know, getting treatment for my hepatitis. Also, when I eventually did start speaking to doctors about getting the treatment, she wanted me to have at least 2 months clean, which I just wasn't able to do at the time. I was lucky if I could put together a month, and usually I'd get, you know, maybe a couple weeks, a month, whatever, and I'd, you know, go back. I just wasn't ready. So, as you know, I have a baby. That was a surprise. I was actually in Florida for treatment, and I had just moved from the rehab to a halfway house when I found out I was pregnant, and I was only 3.5 months clean. This was all with my fiance, by the way, so it wasn't like I just, you know, kind of got pregnant by someone in rehab. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there. Yeah, so I was speaking to doctors there about starting treatment, and just before I found out I was pregnant, and the doctor there said he would like me to have a minimum of 6 months, and I talked him down to 5, but then, you know, I became pregnant, so that wasn't an option anymore, which it was kind of disappointing because it's like, oh, I finally got, you know, enough time clean to do this treatment, and I can't. So, long story short, I had the baby, healthy, perfect, great. I actually, side note, we have yet to find out if he is hepatitis C positive. We have to wait until he's 18 months to test him. They could have done a blood test when he was born, but that wouldn't really make any sense because he would test positive for the antibodies anyway, since, you know, he came from me. So it just seemed pointless. Excuse me. So yeah, the doctor I was talking to here in Washington said that because I was breastfeeding that I couldn't do treatment, and I would have, you know, I'd have to wait because they don't know if the medicine passes through the breast milk and if it could cause issues, you know, whatever. So at the time, he was 2 months old, and I, you know, breastfeeding is difficult. Especially at first, you know, there's, like, I thought it was okay, just give birth and, like, you just do this thing, like, it's completely natural. Like, no, there's actually complications that can happen, like latching issues and production issues. There's just all this stuff that, like, you don't really consider, I guess, until, like, it's a thing. So anyway, at the time I was just like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be breastfeeding that long. Like, my original goal was a year, but this is, like, kind of taking a toll on me emotionally. And then, you know, I got over that, thank God, because, you know, I wanted to at least hit, like, 6 months. Anyway, so now that he's 11 months old, and now that we're at this juncture, I'm having a really hard time, like, severing that bond. I've done a really good job so far of weaning him slowly, just one feeding at a time. So now we are down to nursing once a day at around 3 p.m. So it's kind of, like, bittersweet for me. I'm, like, sad, but at the same time, like, I know I need to do this treatment for my health, and so I can be present for him, ultimately. So, yeah. I was, as you'll see in the next video, I kind of, you know, skipped ahead or whatever, but got my medication. I spoke to a nurse on the phone, and we came up with me starting the treatment on Sunday. Today is Friday, so I have today and tomorrow as my last 2 days to nurse, and then we're gonna start this thing. And so I'm pretty sure I totally skipped around the whole symptoms part. I'm sorry, that's, like, kind of how my mind just works. Mom brain, maybe? I don't know. So, symptoms. The ones that I feel, like, the most, number one, fatigue. Oh my God. So I know I'm a mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom. The last 2 mornings, this wonderful, wonderful work of art has been deciding that 6:30 is his wake-up time. And I know that, like, most normal, like, working families or whatever are, like, up and, you know, ready to start the day at, like, 6:30. Not me. No, that's not been a thing since, you know, like, high school. So anyway, I guess it was kind of my fault for, like, staying up reading, but it's a really good book. It, like, you know, it keeps me, like, I want to know what happens. Anyway, so fatigue, definitely, hard. I'm finding that I have to really, really push myself to do the things I would really like to do with him. It takes me, I mean, whatever, you know, like I'm doing what I can. I know this, and I'm able to do those things. So at least, you know, there's that. Like yesterday, I took him to the park for like an hour. We went for a walk. I walk with him a lot, which is good. You know, I mean, Washington is beautiful, and fresh air is just amazing. So fatigue, what else is there? I get like nausea, some pain kind of in that, you know, liver, upper abdominal area, like bloating kind of. It's just more uncomfortable, kind of feels like, you know, sometimes like my liver's trying to escape. That's kind of the best way I can describe it. The nausea is really only like in the morning. It's almost like morning sickness when pregnant, because like when you know your body is hungry, but like the thought of food is just completely nauseating. So like this morning I forced myself to eat pancakes because I knew I was hungry, and you know, I can't not eat. So yeah. I drink tons of water. Like I feel like I'm pregnant because I'm running to the bathroom like constantly during the day to pee. But water is delicious. It's like the best thing ever. So I have a hard time sleeping sometimes. I'm like a wuss. I take 1 milligram of melatonin a night, but hey, I mean, whatever, you know, it helps. It, you know, gets me so I'm not tossing and turning for, you know, half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe only 20. So, what's up, buddy? He's watching Baby Einstein. Julie Clark, who invented whatever, created Baby Einstein. I'm gonna wrap this up because I know I've been going on for days, and I apologize. I just wanted to, you know, put this video out there for anyone who feels alone in this, because you're not. I mean, look at me. I have it. I'm 27 years old. I have an 11-month-old baby, freshly clean from the drug scene. That rhymed. And, you know, I mean, you can do this. You know what I mean? You've gotten where you are now. Like, you can get through this, man. I also just wanted to say that, again, this is my first time doing this, and this is me. Like, I didn't do my hair, I didn't do my makeup. Like, this is me, 100% authentic, 100% raw. Like, this is what you get. So hopefully you like me. If you don't, oh well. I'm taking a risk, and I'm doing it. I don't care, because either I will help someone out there or I won't. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, you know? So if you like, you can share, and bless you. I appreciate any and all support, and hopefully, you know, this helps someone out there. Thank you.